Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today I have a review for you of a fragrance that was released in 1996, a little bit of a sentimental value. It was the very first fragrance that I personally purchased. It is none other than Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan cologne. Here is the bottle. You may have seen this around. It is a decent looking bottle in terms of design. Here's the bottle. It has a little basketball in the middle. It says Michael Jordan cologne right on the front. The top has his signed signature on the top, and the bottom almost has the bottom of a sneaker almost. So it's almost kind of like in the form almost of a person. This was released in 1996. You can purchase the 1.7 for around $15 to $17 and the 3.4 for around $20 to $25. So you can get this extremely cheap depending on where you actually shop. I'll have the link for a couple of locations in the bottom. As far as the parfumé is Steve Demercado, I believe. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but he produced other fragrances like Guess for Men and also Escape by Calvin Klein is what he's actually created as well. So a decent nose behind this particular fragrance. Let's dive right into the notes. The notes are very voluminous. There are a lot of notes in this particular fragrance. At the top, we've got cedar leaf, grapefruit, lemon, cypress, rosewood, geranium, and cognac. As far as our mid notes go, we have green tea, clove leaf, suede, incense, clary sage, fresh cut grass, lavender, fir needles, and juniper berries. And for our base notes, we have something very simple, sandalwood and patchouli. So what do you get out of this fragrance? You get a very generic aromatic fragrance. A fragrance that comes across almost immediately as something, when you smell it, you immediately think, this is a sporty fragrance, this is a generic sporty type fragrance. So that's immediately what you get. You get some fruity notes, some citrus notes that kind of come into it. As it transitions into the mid, you start to get a little bit more of a green type scent, and then it turns into almost a heavy green scent. That fresh cut grass starts coming out, as well as the clary sage, the juniper berries start coming in. It really just comes off as a very green scent at that point. As it starts to die down, and once it's gone into its complete dry down phase, you get a very light woodsy smell with the sandalwood. I don't really get much patchouli from the dry down, but I get a lot of just dry, just really light sandalwood that comes out in the fragrance. As far as sprays goes, I usually get very liberal with this particular fragrance spray. I spray anywhere between 6 and 8 sprays for this. You're not really going to choke anyone out, but just keep that in mind. It's very, very inoffensive, the type of fragrance that it comes off as. So you can't really go wrong in how many you spray on. But obviously don't cover yourself in the bottle with it. As far as occasion goes, this really is a versatile fragrance. In fact, this works well for any occasion, whether it be work, whether it be going out, whether it be playing basketball, which is what I actually use it for. I primarily use this. This is actually my second bottle. This is the second bottle I've gone through, and you can see I've gone through it half. I play a lot of basketball, and I only use it when I'm playing basketball. Why? Well, I had the mindset of a teenager, or a mindset of a young person, where I basically just decided, okay, well, it's Michael Jordan cologne, so I'll wear it while I'm playing basketball. Go figure. So as a result, I've torn through, one full 3.4 bottle and this bottle as well, about halfway through. But only occasion I would say that you probably want to shy away from it is a date scent. It's just that the green scent comes across as kind of weird, and I don't really see it that way for almost that intimate type of occasion. So just keep that in mind. As far as projection and sillage goes, average projection, as well as average sillage. It's not really going to stand out, but at the same time, it's not bad for both sillage and projection. For longevity, this is where this fragrance kind of hurts. Longevity, you're going to get anywhere between 2 and 6 hours, depending on how much you spray. After 6 hours, this is gone off of my scent. Off of my skin. So after 2 hours is actually when it starts to get into its dry down type of phase for it. And after 6 hours, then you can almost consider it gone, at least for me. As far as season goes, definitely a spring or summer type fragrance. Not really powerful enough to be effective in the fall or the winter, so spring and summer definitely. For age group, any age group can wear this. Just because I got this when I'm 16, I almost view this as a teenager type scent or even a early college type scent. It jumps out as like that for me, but really any age group can wear it. And if you're an older gentleman pulling this one off, more props to you. You're perfectly fine wearing this fragrance. Again, any age group. As far as what other people actually thought of this, I've had this fragrance since I was 16. I've gotten a decent amount of compliments. Not a lot. I'd probably say maybe 10 compliments for the entire time that I've had this fragrance. Not bad. I've never gotten a negative mark on it. But what do other people think? Here's what they think.
Overall, I thought it had a little bit of a medical scent to it, which I didn't like overall. So it's not something I would use. Overall, I'd probably give it like a B minus, somewhere around the range. It wasn't the worst that I smelled, but it also wasn't the best, so overall okay.
Yeah, if I didn't know that it was Michael Jordan, it probably would feel that I really like it, but because you told me it was Michael Jordan, I feel like I'd probably associate this with smelling it in a club somewhere, and that makes me not like it as much. Does that help? If I didn't know that before, I'd probably say that it was like an A, but now maybe a B.
It's like an update to Drakkar Noir in a good way. It's fruity, sweet. I'd give this a B. I'd say it's pretty good. Almost an A, B+.
I found it had some nice citrus notes at first. It's a little strong at first. I'd like to see how it mellows out a little bit. It seems like it might have a little bit of a musky undertone, which could be nice. But definitely like a fresh citrus scent at first.
And what would you give it as a letter rating?
For me personally, just because I'm more of a woodsy vanilla scent person, I'd probably put it more at a C.
So as you can see, they kind of have a decent or a nice type of a opinion towards it. I mean, the fragrance got a B minus, a B plus, a B, and a C. But at the same time, it's not jumping out at everyone. No one's saying it's an excellent or fantastic fragrance. Some said it was medicinal. Some said it reminds them of Drakkar Noir. So it is that type of a scent. One person, she even said that it's a club type fragrance that actually comes in it, that she actually thought of. And she actually brought up an interesting point that if I had not said it was Michael Jordan's cologne, she probably would have given it a better rating than it currently had. So because it's a celebrity scent, because it's that type of a scent, it does get a little bit more of a skepticism from anyone who comes across and wears it. But it still is a very pleasant scent. So as far as ratings go, for scent, I give this one an easy B minus. Very pleasant scent, really not going to jump out at anyone, but at the same time, you're not really going to offend anyone when you wear this. As far as projection goes, projection, again, average, gets a C. It's not going to jump out too far and grab anyone in, and at the same time, it's no slouch for the time that it's actually on. So projection, it gets a C. Same thing for sillage. For sillage, solid C as well. Sillage, it's going to leave a nice little scent trail, but at the same time, that scent trail is not going to last long, and after it's been on your skin for a while, the scent trail is not going to be there at all. For uniqueness, D. This is the prototypical type of sporty scent, if you will, or aromatic scent. This is just generic to the core, and it's not really original at all. The only reason it doesn't get an F is at the same time, doesn't smell exactly like anything else. Fragrances that I give an F are fragrances that are almost blatant copies in terms of uniqueness, and it's not really a copy. So solid D in terms of that. In terms of longevity, it gets a C. Longevity, anywhere 2 to 6 hours. Normally, I would give that longevity-wise like a C minus or a D plus. But the thing is, with this fragrance, it almost seems like it's supposed to last that long. Like it's not really catching me by surprise by the fact that it doesn't really last a whole day for it. But for my purposes, again, I said I was wearing basketball or playing basketball, and suits it perfectly fine. That's all I need. As far as versatility goes, B plus. Versatility, any occasion except for those intimate or close occasions, you can wear this fragrance for, and it'll do perfectly fine in it. Again, solid B plus in terms of versatility. And in fact, if you're looking for a signature scent, something very cheap, look in this direction. You can't go wrong with Michael Jordan's cologne. As far as compliments goes, C plus. Compliments, again, I mentioned I've probably gotten about 10 compliments unsolicited compliments from this in the lifetime that I've worn it. But at the same time, it's probably influencing it because I haven't worn it around in those occasions where, you're at a dinner party or whatnot. I usually just wear this for basketball, and all those compliments have always been on the basketball court for what I particularly smell like. So go figure. As far as overall rating for this particular fragrance, overall rating, I give this one a solid C. It's not a bad fragrance, it's not a great fragrance, it's an average fragrance, and it's a fragrance that for someone who is actually just jumping into the fragrance game, you really can't go wrong with it. If you're looking to just get a generic scent or a scent that'll smell pleasing at the same time and it won't offend people, if you're looking for something that's nice every day at work or something like that, go ahead, feel free, pick this fragrance up. You can't go wrong. Very cheap, and for the price, you can't argue with it. If you have any questions whatsoever on this particular review, please feel free, leave me a message, send me a note, do what you gotta do. Thank you, everyone, and take care of yourselves. Have a great day.